Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 8th, 2020, and we're going to be talking about AEW's Fyter Fest that happened this happened this week. I am hot. Ooh, man, the time. But ladies and gentlemen, I got a little upset with these announcements because they said Taz has a big announcement and Nia Rose has a big announcement, and I think they were a little waste of time. So I want to talk about the announcement with Taz because Brian Cage was not in the match, but they kind of did the same thing like they did with WWE, revealing a new United States Championship belt. And then that's what they did for the World Championship. What they did for the World Championship, because we're supposed to see Brian Cage goes one-on-one with Jon Moxley. We're supposed to see a new World Champion, I guess. So that didn't happen until next week. So Mr. Taz says he brought a title that he created years ago, his blood and his sweats and his tears and a blah blah doo doo stuff like that, and he reveals the FTW World Championship. I'm sorry, but I don't know what that is because I never watched ECW programs because it felt like it was pointless to watch ECW programs. If I want to see hardcore, I will watch the old TNA shows because I actually had rivalries, actually meaningful, and not every second somebody interferes and then gets into the match. I didn't like ECW very much because, oh wow, it's extreme, but where's the rivalries? Where's the story? At least WCW had stories. I'm not a fan of WCW either, but at least it had stories and rivalries and something that you actually could understand. And why is this guy interfering? And why is not joining into the match? It makes more sense of that. Even WWE, people hate the angles of WWE or their stories, but at least it's understandable of the rivalries, like Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. You don't see Heath Slater running into that Extreme Rules match. Say, I want to be in the match. Yay! Let's make an Extreme Rules match now. No. So we had this. Taz brought out the FTW Championship, and you guys want to talk about ugly titles? That's a really ugly title. AEW, what are you doing? Where's the good belts? Where? You have a toy that looks like a toy for the women's title. Nia Rose couldn't put around her. I don't think a lot of women could put them around them because the strap wasn't that big. Like, seriously. What are you guys doing? Even the TNT Championship, even when it gets finished, it's going to look horrible because the red strap. Oh, man. The only good ones they had is the world title and the tag titles. Those are good. The big, the golden, they actually look like belts that people actually want to win. I will say I'm not taking Cody Rhodes' open challenge for that little red thing. And you guys say the 24/7 title is horrible. I'd rather have that title than that title because red strap with silver. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's that. And now let's talk about our first match. We talk about his titles. It's the tag titles that's on the line. Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus the Private Party for the tag team titles. Guys, I thought this is where we finally see Kenny Omega and Adam Page lose the tag titles to an actual tag team. I guess I was wrong because they lost. Private Party lost and Matt Hardy was supposed to be a manager. He did nothing. What have you done, Matt? Seriously. You're not getting championship matches. You're not having wrestling matches. You turn into a manager, and you can't even let your guys win a match with your guidance. Oh man, Kenny Omega and Adam Page are still the tag team champions. Then we have Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. It wasn't a bad match. It was good. We saw Sonny Kiss was the target because every time Lance Archer comes out of the ring, he has a jobber in his hands. Now he has Sonny Kiss because that's the best friend of Joey Janela. And he tossed Sonny Kiss onto Joey Janela, and the match happened. And they kind of used a table, but the winner of that match was Lance Archer. Then we have FTR and the Young Bucks versus the Butcher and the Blade and Lucha Bros in an 8-man tag team match. We saw FTR using their own finishers, but it was one half of the Young Bucks and one half of the FTR doing the finishers, and they were doing their it wasn't Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson doing the super kick. It was Matt Jackson and I forgot the other guy's name. I'm gonna just call him how I want to call him now. Scott Dodson doing the super kicks, and then the Shadow Machine was Dash Wheeler, I think that's his name, and Nick Jackson doing it. And then Mr. Matt Jackson accidentally super kicked Scott Dawson in the head, and then a new finisher for the Lucha Bros, a package power driver, and the legs on Ray Phoenix, and they went on their knees, and it just hurts the Young Bucks' head, and they got the win. Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros gets the win. We saw the handshakes between FTR and the Young Bucks. No attack. We have Nia Rose versus two jobbers. It's a handicap match for a pay-per-view that's supposed to be free. Well, it is free. What am I saying? It's not supposed to be. It is free. And we get a 2-on-1 handicap match for a pay-per-view, free pay-per-view, and we get a 2-on-1 handicap match. 2-on-1. The ladies that was on AEW Dark, if you guys don't watch that, I kind of watch it sometimes, but I don't make a video of it. But if you guys don't watch that, it's the same two ladies that lost to Brandy Rhodes and Allie. And of course, Nia Rose gets the win with her powerbomb. I don't know. I just get mad about that. It's supposed to be a pay-per-view. Even with WWE, when they have a pointless match on a pay-per-view, I get triggered. I get upset about it because it's a pay-per-view. You could have done this on AEW Dynamite. You even could do her announcements on AEW Dynamite, not a pay-per-view. So her big announcement that everybody was waiting for, that they said like 2 weeks ago, that Nia Rose on night 2 has a big announcement. Well, the big announcement is every single person has a manager or a legend manager, like Tully Blanchard with Shawn Spears, Brian Cage and Taz, and Cody and Arn Anderson. So she says she has a manager, but she doesn't want to tell us who's the manager yet. So you waste my time for an announcement that you have a manager, and there's no excitement because we don't know who it is. You waste my time for that? I am so happy I didn't buy this pay-per-view. You waste my time for that? For that. To say that you have a manager. To say you have a manager, that's the big announcement. We get one ugly title because they try to do the same thing as WWE. Because some reason they like to do what WWE does. They want to take shots with WWE, Now they want to do the same thing as WWE. WWE done this before. People have been talking about new designs of the titles, and they brought a world title that was on ECW because WWE brought a new ECW title, and they did the same thing. They gave it to a guy that's not even the champion, like WWE did. They gave it to MVP. He's not the United States champion. Brian Cage is not the world champion. And then we get to hear that Nyla Rose has a manager. Wouldn't it be more shocking that this manager walks out with you, not you announce it? I would be more shocked if you don't announce it. Like, it was more shocking seeing Tully Blanchard walk out of the to the ring, where Shawn Spears was sitting on a chair, and then Tully Blanchard came out. That's a shocker because he didn't know it was happening. Or Arn Anderson coming out and spine-bustering Shawn Spears. That we know he's a manager of Cody. That's shocking. But we get to see this. Boo. So that happened. Nobody cares about that. Then we had the Dark Order. Colt Cabana got beat up earlier. We all know who that was. The Dark Order. So we had the Dark Order in a 6-man tag team match against SCU in a 6-man tag team match. It wasn't a bad match. They had some good matches. It's just they had bad announcements. But it was a pretty decent match. Not a bad match. It was good. But the winner of that match was Dark Order with the help with Brody Lee and Grayson. Colt Cabana gets the pin and he gets the win. A second win for him. Good job for him. Then we had our main event. I wish it was a championship match, but this was a pretty decent match as well. Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. We thought Orange Cassidy might win. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, Ortiz and Santana, they know that their boss can't fight by himself, so he has to be a coward, and as his friends, the one that lost their match, to help him win the match by throwing orange juice in the face of Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was the man and told his friends, best friends, to wait in the back for him, that he could do this by himself. But they did come to attack Ortiz and Santana because they want to screw over Orange Cassidy, but we thought Orange Cassidy would have to win with a DDT off the turnbuckle, that stunner he does. But ladies and gentlemen, after a juice effect, Chris Jericho wins the match. Man, I wish Orange Cassidy won that match. I wish. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. I don't like the announcements. I didn't like it because why? Why couldn't you do this on AEW Dynamite? I know there's going to be Fight for the Fallen happening next week, but can't you, like, not bring another title? Is this title going to get defended on AEW? AEW is one brand. I will understand if they had two brands, like Raw and SmackDown. That's why they have multiple titles. But if they're going to make this title FTW World Title get defended on AEW, I think that's kind of a lot, too much titles for one brand. Even Impact Wrestling doesn't have that much titles. They got a World Championship. Oh yeah, they do have a TNA World Heavyweight Championship, but they're not going to bring that. They're not going to use that a long time. They're doing this because they don't have an Impact World Champion yet, because what happened to Tessa Blanchard and this whole sickness, so they had to have an angle for the World Championship. So that's why they used the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and we're supposed to see a special edition of TNA on the Impact Plus, but we didn't get to see it. Now we get to see it. See some old school TNA guys like Hernandez, Rhino, Crazy Steve, Tommy Dreamer, actually be in these shows, even Chase Stevens as well. But are we going to see other ECW guys coming to AEW? I don't think so. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. I know I complain, but you guys can hate it too if you guys want to. You guys can hate me if you want to. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what I think. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. We get a champion versus champion match. We got a street fight. We have some multiple matches happening at NXT Great American Bash Night 2. That's all for me today. Tyler is out. Bye!